Tonight, the Senate Intelligence Committee warning the overseas efforts to interfere with the 2024 election is already underway from Russia, Iran, China, and others.
Other nation states who figured out that it's easy to spread misinformation and disinformation and try to interfere in our elections.
Senators say overseas actors are using artificial intelligence to create web pages that mimic traditional news sites, pointing to one example, falsely claiming there were 3 potential shooters in the assassination attempt of former President Trump in Pennsylvania. The main goal of these false posts, senators warn, is not to push for a particular candidate, but to sow dissension and raise doubt in the American political system. And they say the tech companies need to do more to stop it.
You don't need to have a big, expensive operation to pursue some of this. I think we should anticipate that in the years to come, and it's happening already.
The tech platforms argued they've made great strides in detecting false posts, sometimes with the help of AI.
Just this morning, we saw a Russian group put online an AI-enhanced video putting into Vice President Harris's words at a rally, words she never spoke.
That post was taken down. And late tonight, more evidence that Iran's efforts to interfere in the election continue. The FBI says they've discovered that Iran attempted to send stolen digital materials from the Trump campaign to the Biden campaign. But there's no evidence the Biden campaign used any of it. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.